album sold, what is it, 150 billion global streams and rising and growing. I am in the presence of great.
Yeah, and let me go back to Birdman again. Now, this was phenomenal, right? Because he was talking about how he has Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj under his company. You know what I'm saying? And just think, like, he's still eating off of Drake, though. Like, Drake, I mean, like, Wayne, like, was crazy at one time. But Drake is like, Drake like Michael Jackson. Like, Drake, like, it don't get no bigger than Drake. You know what I'm saying? As it pertaining to numbers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he like, and then he like, man, I'm gonna show y'all. So you know, Young Thug and NBA YoungBoy, I'm gonna show him how to become at least a billionaire. So he's sitting back and he giving out straight game. Oh yeah, the other point is that was Kendrick Lamar. He shot that line. He's like, you signed to somebody that signed to somebody that signed to, but signed to a nigga that signed to. You know what I'm saying? But hey, looking at the way this man did business, that's how you supposed to do business. And he said you can take all them boys together, like everybody from different cliques. Like, I guess hey, I ain't messy, but I'm just saying this is what he said. He said like a Master P, like a Jay-Z, like anybody. He said put all of them together. He said I made more money than all of them with this music. I'm gonna let him say it because I ain't said he said
creating the first 10-digit deal. So everybody be playing with the billions. He been rocking with the billions for a minute. Over 1 billion songs sold. I remember when I saw the plaque for the first time. $1.8 billion generated since 1998 on his music.
Yeah, $1.8 billion over what do you say? 150 billion streams.
Still going and still rising to this. Yeah.
After my mama died, my sister drove us to Canada.
Wow.
And we was out there for like 3-4 years.
Wow.
And one day she just decided to drive back. You know what I mean? From New Orleans.
Because that had was it heroin or was it? Yeah, they
grew up in a heroin neighborhood.
Yeah,
as soon as you come outside, you see needles and furrows. You hear me?
Damn.
That's what it was.
So this was before the crack epidemic.
Nah, it was before that.
Yeah.
Heroin in the early 70s.
So he's talking about what type of neighborhood he grew up in.
Wow, and that's what they was getting to.
Crack came in the 80s. This shit chill in the 70s.
Yeah. Teach. That's wisdom right there.
I was taught that. That's how I was taught.
All right, now you about to spit a bar. I'm going to spit about
right.
I ain't
7
come
more
up
minutes
like that.
on
I was
this.
taught different.
Right.
I was taught by really the streets. Like, it ain't cool to be friendly. Like, I've never been a friendly man. I'm a respectable man. And I give you all the respect in the world, but I'm not going to be.
He said, I've never been a friendly man. I'm a respectable man. That's that line I was saying. He said he wasn't taught to be friendly.
Like, super friendly down there. I'm not with none of that shit. I wasn't brought up like that. I was taught you could be around a nigga every day of life and don't say one word to him.
Teach. That's wisdom right there.
I was taught that. That's how I was taught.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, these boys nowadays, they are a little bit too, they're a little too friendly, man. They're a little too soft. They, you know what I'm saying? Man, this some real straight gilla right here. You hear me?
By my brothers, because all of them was in the penitentiary a lot. So
right.
They taught me those rules.
Right. So it's always like, say less, you know what I mean?
Less is the best.
Less is the best. That's wisdom right there, to where it ain't about really being friendly and trying to be, especially in this game. I mean, you probably learned that in the entertainment industry. And that, because there is an intimidating factor to yourself, to cash money in general. You know what I mean? When you hit cash money, ain't nothing to be played with from day one. And was that intentional to set it up that way, or was it like?
Well, that's how we came up.
That's just what it was.
What it was. You know what I mean?
And then this is a good interview too, because Birdman don't normally regularly do interviews. You see what I'm saying? So this a blessing. But I got some more notes, but let's go. You see this hunt right here? So we finna go. They say this the most played, so we finna see what he said. He drops out all throughout the interview. I got the link in the description.
And then even
so
nah, I ain't gonna give up on this.
Because niggas didn't understand the way we talked.
Right.
if we educate them, because they got to like the music.
Yeah.
Fire, and this nigga could float.
Yeah.
We just had to educate.
Like I said, we had never heard nothing like it, so I was all ears. But even like you said, it's New Orleans. That's where jazz come from. That's where that's where our music come from. So y'all had such a soul and a bounce for black folks, and was really putting on for.
So this Hump, I mean, he talking, but Nick Cannon doing the most talking. I guess he gonna answer like prolifically because this the most played, so it got to be some sauce.
In a way nobody else was, because everybody else from the South, love them all, but their music was influenced by New York or L.A. Y'all didn't want to sound like.
No, we did our own thing.
Right.
We wasn't doing that. We wasn't cloning nothing. It was gonna be our way, but I always felt like we so unique down there.
Right.
And Fresh had the sound, and we had the raps. These niggas had the flow. These niggas was young, very hungry, and we really wanted it. We really wanted it, and we felt like watching these other niggas do it before us made us even more hungry.
Right.
Watching these niggas, because these niggas took off before us.
Right.
Then them boys came back down, and they took off, and that shit just made up our
Be like, no, we really got to put on.
We always felt like we was better than that shit. Like,
right.
How they like that?
Right.
I know they gonna love this shit.
Right.
And we put the house on it.
Yeah, and so.
Yeah, he said he put the house on it. I'm gonna go back to a little bit where he's talking about like the Hot Boys and stuff. So we could do like.
When you got out.
Yeah, I got out.
He talking about he got out of jail.
That's how we fucking living. We turning the projects into the Carters.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
So I like the CMB shit.
Yeah.
Cash Money Brother, because I'm thinking about my brother.
You and your brother.
You know what I mean? And
didn't have the intellect to succeed like some of these other people.
I ain't have no other thing I wanted to do and was thinking about doing.
Right.
I'm doing this shit too. I'm looking at these niggas, everybody, this punk, ain't no more CEOs. Everybody gone.
Yeah.
We the only niggas standing. That shit was like mind-boggling to me.
Right.
Because I come in the game when it was flooded.
Yeah.
You might was standing up, but you had other niggas standing up too.
Right.
Niggas was doing their jug.
Right.
But at some point, all that shit fell off. And I'm just looking at this shit like, at the time, I'm thinking about this shit anyway. I'm about to go snatch this shit. These niggas playing. Yeah. They ain't got the hustle that we got. I know we gonna kill them.
Right.
Wayne about to go. I'm gonna go with him. We gone. You heard me? So when I saw that shit, I was like, that shit like Partner C.
Yeah. And now you bring up a good point about.
Yeah, he said I ain't really want it. They ain't how to hustle. Let's go.
And really, he got untouchable on the mic. Like he went from being, oh, this kid is nice, gimmick, drop it like it's hot, you know, bling bling, to being the best rapper. Like he spoke it into existence.
Say, brother, where shit is, I'm right there and watched him do it. I mowed him earlier. I polished him earlier, but he still took it upon himself and gone. His determination was to be the best rapper alive. He had that ambition. I taught him to hustle.
Right.
I ain't never teach him how to rap.
Right.
That was just something I made sure they put in extra hours every motherfucking day. When I come home, them niggas gotta have raps.
Yeah.
You hear me? So,
he say when they come home, they gotta have raps.
So he took it upon himself to become the best rapper alive, and
it was brilliant. He's brilliant. Like you watched him go. Clearly, he always had talent. He was always phenomenal. Just even being a kid, rocking with y'all and holding his own.
It was a good interview.
Right.
It just was sitting.
Right.
So
I want him to say that part about Drake, Wayne, and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? And how ain't nobody fucking with him on Gladys. He said on Gladys.
It was 10 summers before anybody made any money off Drake but himself from the crew.
Right.
Everybody he was in business with.
Right.
So I made sure that whatever he wanted, he got. I don't give a fuck if it was 30, 40, 50, whatever Drake wanted, he got. Same thing with Nicki. So we kept.
And we talking M's when we say 30, 40, 50 million.
Honestly, Gladys, I done $2 billion between Drake, Nicki, and fucking Wayne. Solid.
$2 billion. $2+ billion between Drake, Nicki, and Wayne.
Hundreds of millions of dollars with me, man.
Wow.
Went up $2+ billion off of Nicki, Wayne, and Drake. That's hard.
Has there been any other artists in history
Ever. Now one up.
I was like, not Motown.
Do you know how many niggas I done put on? Just them three there is a fucking lot. But I can go further than that. Young Thug, that's like my little brother.
Right.
Great in the game.
Right.
Future earlier on with us. You know,
Right.
Great in the game. NBA, them little young, you know what I mean? It's, the list go, and a gang of niggas who now might be rivals.
Right.
I done helped them.
Right.
I done blessed them all in this game that we call music.
So let's talk about.
Yeah, bro, a legend with it. Let's see him. He gonna talk one more.
Accomplished what I done accomplished.
Right.
In this music business, and I've been with Universal 25 years.
But I also want to talk about how generous you act.
I wouldn't give a fuck about no other nigga or how they feel.
So the person who was closest to you was going hard at,
Yeah,
to say the least.
Everybody just don't survive the same in this game.
he's not. I ain't gonna play the whole thing because I want y'all to go tap in. I ain't gonna spoiler alert. But bro, snap. You hear me? Bro really did his big one. You hear me?